We're here to tell the LA Times that they need to cover the Trans-Pacific Partnership trade agreement.
I'm quite concerned about corporate rigged trade agreements, and the TPP is the worst they've come up with thus far.
It sounds very appetizing.
Well, it does sound very appetizing. I mean, who wouldn't want a partnership? You know, it's almost like gay marriage, but...
Is it the trans part that you have an issue with?
TPP's from even lower down in hell than NAFTA.
Like Mordor?
Yeah.
It's going to represent a global corporate coup d'etat if it is passed.
Well, that sounds a little Mexican to me, so it sounds a little suspicious. Can you call it maybe a freedom d'etat, something like that?
Actually, coup d'etat is French.
If what you're saying is true, it suggests that corporations aren't to be trusted, and that's just crazy.
I know. I think this is some kind of cult that I got mixed up in. I better get out of here.
So you're saying that there might be some foods that might come into our country through this trade agreement that you wouldn't want to eat, but how do you know that some other people wouldn't want to eat them? I mean, shrimp with toxins in them can actually be very powerful to your immune system.
Jumbo shrimp is a contradiction in terms.
Different areas may ban fracking, and that would go against TPP, so they could be sued for that.
Well, maybe these corporations just know better than us.
Oh, of course they do, yeah.
Regulation, in my opinion, is just an obstacle to American prosperity. How do you respond to that?
That's not true.
There's no more middle class anymore. Everybody has joined the ranks of the working poor or the homeless. We're killing the opportunity to sustain life on this planet.
Yeah, but you see, when you cook an omelet, you're gonna break a few eggs. You know what I mean?
We need to have a new energy, solar panel, wind energy, get energy from the plant. Yeah.
Have you been getting the energy from the plants lately? If you know what I mean.
Yes.
Taking a few trips to Colorado?
The Center for Economic Policy Research did a study, and they showed that if that thing gets passed, that 90% of Americans' wages are going to go down. So it's only good for the top 10%. The agreement should be for the people, not the corporations.
Well, people and corporations are the same thing, according to Citizens United. So you only like certain kinds of people. So you're racist, is what you're saying. Well, these corporations include my good friends Monsanto, Walmart, ExxonMobil, J.P. Morgan Chase. It sounds like you're kind of bullying up on them, and that's not very polite. Would you like to apologize to them? You might have hurt their feelings. You consider yourself a smart person, correct?
Yep.
But if you're so smart, why aren't you the CEO of a multinational corporation dictating American and international law for your own profit at the expense of the American people, huh? Here, you can look right into the camera and just apologize to my good friends, the corporations. You can repeat after me if you'd like. Tell me, what does it say in this Trans-Pacific Partnership? Have you done your research? Have you actually read it?
Well, that's a good question, Mr. Devil's Advocate, because I can't read it because it's been...
You don't know how to read. You really shouldn't be in this business if you haven't learned how to read, ma'am. Just say, I'm really sorry, Walmart. I didn't mean to offend you. I got you some chocolates and roses, and I got you a movie to watch from the 99-cent bin because I work at Walmart and I can't really afford much.
600 corporate executives have seen the text of this, but not one member of the public. It's not very transparent at all.
Well, that makes total sense to me, though, because corporations know how to do business, and America is a business. I'm pretty sure it says that in the Constitution.
A letter was to be signed that might fast track the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the TPP.
What does that mean, fast track?
That would mean that it would go to Congress, and Congress would only be allowed to vote it up or down. They would not be allowed to change it.
Well, finally, government is being efficient about something. Shouldn't we rejoice?
No.
And sometimes when you climb Mount Everest, you're going to get some frostbite, and you might have to chop off a couple of fingers. And so be it if, in this metaphor, those fingers represent democracy. You know, I'm okay with that, because we got to the top.
Well, I'll just leave it at that.
Thank you for your time.